a.m. and Coach Jackson. Once again, if you do have any questions for our coaches, please utilize the raise your hand feature to get your question in the queue. With that being said, happy to be joined by Coach Jackson with Prairie A&M. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
Coach, as always, we appreciate you taking some time out of your schedule to join us. If you could, please start us out with an opening statement recapping your team's most recent outing versus Rice.
Yeah, we went into Houston again and played Rice. I thought our players came out and started the game fast, which had been a task for us. We've been working on starting fast, and I thought they did that on both sides of the ball. Went up 7, had some unfortunate things go our way, or that didn't go our way, and it allowed them to open the game up. Really proud of the way our guys kept fighting. I thought we matched up pretty well with them for the most part, so I was really encouraged by that. And I think it gave our guys a sense of what we can do when we're executing at a high level. And so disappointing that we lost, obviously. We didn't, like I said, like I tell you guys all the time, we came here to beat everybody on our schedule. We're not going to sit here and say what they have and what they don't have and what we don't have. We came here to win. And so I thought we had our opportunity to win. We just didn't close it out, which I think that experience will help us this season and beyond.
Appreciate those opening comments, Coach. First question goes to Wayne Cartwright.
Hey, Coach Jackson. So 3 games in, and you guys getting ready for Northwestern State coming into your house this weekend. What's the overall? What's your group in all phases as you get ready for this next game?
Yeah, I think we need to continue to improve in all phases. It's not one thing in particular. Like I said, we had a problem starting the game, so we changed some things in practice and we started fast. I like what we changed there. I thought our staff did a really good job with that. So we got to continue to do that. But over the last 3 games, we've had some ebbs and flows, and what's worked we've kept, and what hadn't worked we threw out. And so we just what we try to do here, man, is stay basic. That's it. Like I always promised myself when I became a head coach that I wouldn't get on a call like this and say, we got to get back to the basics. No, we just try to stay basic in everything that we do, and therefore we don't have to get back to something that we already are. And so we've got to continue to improve within our basics, within our fundamentals of what we do. But like I said, after last week's game, I am encouraged that we're headed in the right direction.
All right, Coach. Good luck this week against Northwestern State.
Thank you.
Next question goes to James Hill.
Hey, Coach, I hope you and everybody there are well. Talk a little bit about your team, offense, defense, special teams, the 3 phases. And again, you have a great opportunity every Saturday, and you have one coming up this weekend.
Yeah, I really like where our team is right now. I think they understand what we've been preaching since May. They now understand. And sometimes it takes the season to get going for them to understand. We do a lot here, and I know people think that we've been here for a while. We've been here 9 months, but we don't make that as an excuse. We expect to be successful immediately, and I think our guys now understand that. It went from me saying it and coaches saying it to now our guys are saying it. So I think it's filtering down in the right way, and I think our guys want to be successful. I heard Coach earlier talk about getting the right guys on the bus and off the bus and things of that nature. We had to go through that. We had to get the right guys, not on or off the bus, but in the right seats in order for them to be able to help our collective in a major way. And so we got a good opponent in Northwestern State coming in here. They played 2 Power 5 teams back to back. So, you really can't put a lot of stock in that because they were just outmatched. But they opened the season up with a win against somebody in our league. And I know their coach is pretty confident based on what he said. That they're ready to get back to their level, as he calls it, and beat Prairie A&M. And so I think it'll be a good match here Saturday night at 6 o'clock.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck with that program.
Thank you.
Next question goes to Troy White.
Good morning, Coach. Troy White, Fat Mouth Sports.
Good morning.
So speaking of players in the right seats, a lot of times when you go through a tough matchup with an FBS squad, you get younger players that step up in the fire. Do you have any kids that kind of jumped off the film in that last game that makes you think they have a bright future?
Been about the Khalid play a lot of guys on Saturday night. We played some young guys. people think when you're up, you clear the benches, right? Well, we got a little different philosophy. We play guys throughout the game. So some of our guys that hadn't played very much was playing against their starters, and we matched up just fine. We made a mistake here and there, but we had a lot of guys play against their starters, regardless of what they might say. We had guys that were competing against their ones on their side, and I felt like we matched up just fine. I mean, it was what it was, and we made some critical mistakes, but we were able to play a lot of guys. A lot of guys got the speed of the game experience. The difference is the line play and the speed of the game. And so some of our young guys out of high school and that hadn't played before, they were able to feel that speed and catch up to it and play in it. And so I was encouraged by that, and I think that'll help us moving forward.
All right. Thank you, Coach. You have a good one.
You too.
Next question goes to Doc Holliday.
Good morning, Coach. How you doing?
Good.
What do you give your assessment as far as your QB play through the first 3 games of the season?
I don't give it necessarily an assessment. I just think we got to continue to improve at that spot. Regardless of who the face is, we've got to be better in some areas when it comes down to playing quarterback. And so we'll continue to look at that and continue to see what we need to do there. But definitely I'm encouraged by some of the play, and there's some things that we need to just simply improve on from a read standpoint, from a fundamental standpoint. And I think those guys are continuing to do that.
All right. Appreciate you, Coach.
Next question goes to Charles Porter.
Hey, Coach Charles Porter, Splendid Media. First of all, congratulations, man, on your efforts this past weekend. We saw a lot of beautiful, bright spots in your game. A lot of the things that you're talking about that you want to establish right now, we're starting to see them come into fruition. How do you take this energy into this home game? I mean, great quarterback play. There's energy out there. Your first series, the defense was flying around, knocking guys around. I mean, there's a lot of energy and a room to improve, but I saw some really, really bright things going into this week.
Yeah, Mr. Porter, we appreciate that. What we do around here is we're realistic with our guys. Ultimately, there's no participation trophies or no second place. You don't get a for flying around and doing what you're supposed to do, and we don't clap for the mailman. But like you said, we think we can use that to move forward and playing the people that we have left on our schedule. And so it starts this week with like I said, I think it's a good Northwestern State team, regardless of who they played in the last 2 weeks. We've got to get ourselves ready to go. And we got an opportunity to win a home game in September, which is our last home game in September here at Panther Stadium. And so we need to do that. We need to do that for what we came here to do, and for our fans, and mostly for ourselves, so that we can spring ourselves in the conference play in the right manner.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck this week. Looking real good.
Try to get 2 more questions in quickly. First one goes to Dwayne Nash.
Good morning, Coach. Dwayne Nash from the Yard, HBCU Sports and Hero Sports. How are you this morning?
Well.
All right. Is it hard to evaluate a program like Northwestern State when they face P4 programs in back-to-back weeks? And if it is, do you focus more on that week 1 performance that they had against Alcorn?
Yeah, I think you focus. It's not very hard for us because coaches like to do what they like to do out of what they like to do it out of. And so we look at not necessarily what the score was, but the formation tendencies from a defensive perspective, the coverages and blitz packages. A lot of people's philosophy is to go into those games. Some people think those games don't matter. To me, those games matter. Like, I don't care who we play. We're trying to win. But I heard their coach say that those games didn't matter. And so therefore, what it tells me is they went in and they tried some things that they might want to get done for when they get the conference player and even our game. And so you get a chance to get a preview of some things that they want to get good at in a game situation. And so I think it's very helpful for us as an opponent of them to watch them play against those two opponents, because they had nothing to lose. And so therefore they tried everything they wanted to try and get their guys some game reps and some experience. And so we certainly think that we have a great comparison from their first game to the third game and everything in between on what they like to do. And so we're going to try to use that and see how we can defend it and how we can attack it.
Thanks so much, Coach. Good luck this week.
Thank you.
Last question goes to Terrence Harris.
Hey, Tremaine, how you doing?
Doing good.
Hey, quick question. What are you liking that you're seeing from Tevin Carter right now?
Yeah, I just like the fact that our quarterbacks are putting the ball where it's supposed to be. And so they're operating the offense in an efficient manner. I think both of them have done that at their times. And so we look forward to seeing who continues to do it at a high level. And so obviously, like I said, we don't talk about individuals a lot, but I think the mechanic of playing quarterback is a big deal. And it's an on and off the field deal. And so we got to make sure the guys are doing it on and off the field.
Would you say that he's your starting quarterback right now, or how would you phrase that?
I would say you the starter today, and then we'll see if we can get you out of there by Saturday.
Put me in, Coach. I ain't coming out. All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach Jackson, as always, appreciate your time. Look forward to speaking to you again next week.
Thank you. Go Panthers.
Yes, sir. Thank you.